Welcome to English Christian Church Cross Street, where we're connecting kids with Christ.
It's so great to see you, and I just can't wait for what God has in store for us today. This month we're talking about responsibility. We're finding out how we can put into practice every day. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. When we live with responsibility, we start to see the world in a way God sees it. When we do what is expected of us, we also build trust with others.
I'm not helpless. I have purpose to change the world around me one step at a time. I wanna be the best me that I can be. Not living for the moment, but the future I see. That's why every second of every day I'm making a choice to make a change. Won't give up, won't let you down. I'll go for it and get it done. I'm on it, I got it, still having fun. You can count on me. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on me. I'm not helpless, I have purpose to change the world around me one step at a time. I wanna be the best me that I can be. Not living for the moment, but the future I see. That's why every second of every day I'm making a choice to make a change. Won't give up, won't let you down. I'll go for it and get it done. I'm on it, I got it, still having fun. You can count on me. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on me. I'll go for it and get it done. I'm on it, I got it, still having fun. You can count on me. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on me.
Hi everybody, I'm Erica. Who's up for a game of Brain Drain? The rules to this one are very simple. Use every single part of your brain to get your team to guess the answers to the questions. You're my team! So you've got to guess the answers. That's your responsibility. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. Okay, this first question is knowledge-based. So you're going to need to use this part of your brain you use for intense thinking. What is 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus 8 minus 16? You have 10 seconds. Go! Carry the 1. Okay, time's up! Here's the answer. 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus 8 minus 16 is 8! Did you get the answer? Did you get the answer? Huh? Who got it? I'm gonna say you did. Next question! So this is an artistic question. You'll need that creative part of your brain right here. Using the enclosed clay and drawing pad, get your team to guess the following phrase. Okay, I can do this. Go! Huh? Oh, what? Oh, what? Do you get it? It's a dime a dozen. A dime a dozen, a dime a dozen. That's the phrase that means something is so common, you can pretty much find it anywhere. It's a dime a dozen. We're rich, I tell you. We're rich.
Let's do another one.
Ooh! This one's a performance card. I like this one. It uses that part of your brain that gives you courage. Right here to act on stage or sing. Here goes. Get your team to guess the following animal. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll just look silly. In today's story, we'll learn about a boss who put 3 servants in charge of bags of gold. Will the servants do something with what they're given or waste their opportunity? I'm not going to act like that animal. Stop wondering. Stop!
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verses 14 through 30.
When Jesus wanted to share truth with the people that followed Him, He often would tell a parable, a story.
Here is what the kingdom of heaven will be like.
These parables used everyday situations to help people think and understand God's truth for themselves. One day in Jerusalem, Jesus wanted to share a story with His followers. If He told that same story today, it might sound something like this. There once was a man who created the world's most amazing energy bar.
Just one bite and I feel like I could leap tall buildings in a single bound. What is even in these?
If I told you, I'd have to leave you stranded on top of Mount Everest.
The man did such a good job of selling the energy bars, he soon became wealthy. Then one day, he got on a Zoom call with 3 of his top employees.
Zane, Ren, Murray.
Yes, sir.
Right here.
Murray,
Says he's here.
I don't hear him.
start your audio, Murray.
Oh, hey, just, I was finishing the movie.
I've called you together for an important purpose. I'm going offline.
You're what?
Completely screen-free. I'm going to travel the world for a while. Hike Everest, cross the Sahara, dive down to the Mariana Trench, miles beneath the ocean, all fueled by my energy bar, of course.
Dude, that is far out.
Literally.
The rich man had carefully studied his employees and knew what they can handle.
While I'm gone, I'm leaving you in charge of my money. Zane, I'm sending you an encrypted key to access my gold account with 5,000 credits.
Oh, excellent.
Ren, here's an encrypted key to access my silver account with 2,000 credits.
I'm on it.
Murray, check your inbox for an encrypted key to my bronze account with 1,000 credits.
That's it.
That's it. I'm going off the grid.
Immediately, Zane accessed the money from the gold account and put that money to work. He hired scientists and designers to create a suction shoe that would keep a rock climber from falling.
I call it the fly shoe.
The fly shoe sold as nearly as fast as the energy bar. Zane soon made his money back, and more. Ren, meanwhile, made excellent use of the money in the silver account.
What does every adventurer need besides fuel and shoes? A friend.
So Ren invented a robotic hamster that could travel anywhere an explorer can go, from the highest of mountains to the deepest ocean trench. Soon, robotic adventure hamsters sold as fast as toilet papers. So that left only Murray, who sat looking at the bronze account on his computer screen.
Only 1,000? It's like he expects me to mess it up. Well, I'll show him. Ha!
So Murray took the money out in coins and stashed them in a giant bag. Then late one night, dug a hole in his backyard, stashed the bag inside, and covered it right back up.
Great. Now all I have to do is go back inside and watch Netflix.
After a very long time, the rich man returned from the wilds.
Ah, electricity, internet. I have returned to the grid. Please accept my meeting invite.
Zane and Ren hopped on the call immediately. Murray took a little longer.
Start your audio, Murray.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm excited to see how you've handled my money. Zane?
Through sales of the fly shoe, I've added 5,000 more credits to your gold account.
Well done, good and faithful employee. You've been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share my happiness. Now, Ren.
My adorable traveling robotic hamsters have earned 2,000 more credits for your silver account.
Well done, good and faithful employee. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share my happiness. So, Murray.
Yeah, hold on.
Murray reached down and held up a muddy sack. He spilled the coins across the desk.
How much is that?
1,000 credits.
That's what I gave you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I knew you're a tough businessman. You make money even where you haven't worked for it. I didn't want you getting mad, so I just buried the money. See? It's all safe.
Murray offered a weak smile, but instead of smiling back, the rich man went red in the face.
You lazy man. If you knew I can make money even when I haven't worked for it, you should have at least kept my money in the bank where it would have earned a little bit.
Sure.
The rich man turned to his personal assistant and ordered.
Take Murray's credits and give them to Zane, who already has 10,000 credits. Oh, and take Murray off my payroll immediately.
The message of Jesus' story was clear. If you are responsible for what you were given, you'll be given more. If you wasted it, you end up with nothing.
The story Jesus told his disciples reminds me of this month's memory verse. Luke chapter 16, verse 10. Jesus says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." See, that was definitely true in today's story. Two of the servants were responsible with the money their boss gave them. They worked hard and made even more money, and the boss rewarded them. But the servant who did nothing and buried his gold was sent away. God is like the boss in this story, and we're like those that he entrusted with bags of gold. Like the first two servants, we can make the wise choice. We can be responsible, and we can make the most of what has been given to us. And that's what we need to remember today. Make the most of what you've been given. If you think about it, Jesus made the most of his time with people. He showed love to everyone and helped them understand what's most important to God. Everything we have comes from God, and he wants us to make the most of what he's given us, whether it's your allowance, your talents, or your friendships. God wants us to make the most of it all. He wants us to use what we have in order to show love, his love, to others. So let's pray. God, please help us make the most of what you've given us. We don't want to be lazy. We don't want to live in fear. We want to work hard and be responsible. So please help us use the things that you've given us to make a difference in the lives of other people. We love you, and we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
When Jesus told the story about the boss and the three servants, I think it was really a story about you and me. God is like the boss in the story, and we're the ones he entrusted with bags of gold. Okay, so maybe God didn't actually give you a bunch of gold, but you have definitely been given something. Each and every one of us has been uniquely created. We've been given unique talents and abilities. We use different parts of our brain. We are definitely not a dime a dozen. So, it's up to us to actually use what God has trusted us with. We can't just bury it in the ground and let it go to waste. And I think it's even better if we use what He's given us to make a difference in the world, to love God, and to love other people. So here's the rule for life to remember today. Make the most of what you've been given. So if you've got a talent for singing, then sing out loud and strong. If you're good at intense thinking, then think about how you can make the world a better place. And if you happen to have the talent for acting like a wild animal, then let it out of its cage every once in a while, even if it makes you look silly. Did you get it? You're right. It was a zebra. See you next time. I'm kidding. It was an elephant. A really good elephant, too. I wonder what part of the brain that was. This one? This one? This one? This one? Definitely this one.
Ooh, what you got there, Lawson?
Ooh, it's a new board game. I just got it. It's huge in Latvia.
Cool.
You want to play?
Do I?
All right, it's pretty straightforward. So you start by choosing a token, right? Now, the green token has a different power than the orange one because green token has the ability to roll again every single time you roll a 4. Now, the orange player can only carry one antique at a time. Each antique has a special, unique ability. You get to add one move to your turn unless you roll a prime number. So, next up, the red token right here gives you the power to scapegoat one other person. Now, the blue token gives you the ability to carry water. Now, to start the game, you need to roll 2 1s. Right, so now we already mentioned a couple different regions of the board, like the Prairie of Inexplicable Darkness and the Desert of Forgotten Dreams, but there's also the Sea of Our Desalinated Tears and the Echo Chamber of Our Lesser Angels. Now, you can move by rolling the dice, drawing a card. Now, are you ready to play? Here we go. Oh, so close. All right, your turn. Hello, everyone. I'm Steven. And I'm Lawson, and welcome to the So-and-So Show. Steven, you know what I was thinking? We should play a game.
Let's do it.
But I'm all out of games.
Oh.
So please welcome someone who knows stuff. Woohoo!
Come in.
All right, take a seat. Here we go. Boom. Papa squat.
All right.
Right there. All right.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous. I'm not usually on camera. This is all very exciting.
Yes. So why don't you tell us who you are and what you know?
Well, I'm Sebastian Longfellow, and I design board games.
Wow. Can you tell us about some of the games you've designed?
Oh, sure. I have a brand new game I'm working on where the goal is to move all 4 of your pieces from your home pad to the center, but it has special goals like you can set up a blockade with 2 of your pieces, and you can roll again if you roll doubles.
So like Parcheesi?
I never heard of it.
It's a pretty popular game.
Huh.
So what other ideas you got there in that notebook?
Oh, well, this one's really creative. Mm-hmm. It's on a special board with a numbered grid with different ships on it. Your opponent has to call out the different coordinates, and if they hit where your ship is placed, it's a hit. Your goal is to sink all of your opponent's ships.
Oh, Battleship.
Yeah.
No, I call it Sink a Ship.
But it's like Battleship.
Very similar.
That's a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
Well, this one has 5 dice, and
Yahtzee.
well, this one. You make words from different letter tiles and you put them together.
That's Scrabble. I think that's where you're going.
Okay,
with that.
well, this one can be played anywhere. It's a 3x3 grid, and you make X's and O's, and then
tic-tac-toe. With the 3x3. That's tic-tac-toe.
Someone is stealing my ideas.
Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Clearly, you've got a talent for coming up with board game ideas. You just have to come up with an idea that no one's ever tried before. So, let's come up with a theme.
Yeah.
What is a good theme for a board game?
Clowns.
Okay, yeah, clowns.
Clowns!
Sure. So, okay, you come up with a clear goal for the clowns. What's a good kind of like a theme that they have to, a goal that they have to work towards? Let's say they have
Fit
to.
10 of their friends in a car.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes, I actually like that. That's special. There's a simple and direct goal everyone is trying to accomplish.
Yes.
And then you would layer in different objectives and obstacles like an escaped lion, a heckling child, or banana peels of varying sizes.
Now you've got it.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Has anybody made that game yet?
No, but it sounds fun.
Let me go and make it before someone else does and steals my idea. Sebastian Longfellow, out.
Good luck. Bye, buddy. Fun with your clowns.
I'd play that game.
Do you want to invent it before he does?
Stop.
Okay, sorry.
It's Bible story time with Kellen. Kellen.
What's up, guys?
Not much. What do you got for us today?
Well, I got a parable that Jesus told from the book of Matthew. Now, Jesus would often teach using stories called parables that showed a bigger truth about God or the world.
Perfect. Take it away.
Sure thing. And here to help me today are the So-and-So Show players.
Okay. Why?
Jesus talked about an important person who was going on a journey, and we'll call her the boss.
Yeah! I'm going on a journey. Oh. But I have so many bags of gold. What should I do with them? I have an idea. A marvelous idea! I give the bags of gold to my servants, and I let them take care of it. Sonia!
Yes, the boss.
I'm going on a long journey.
Oh.
And I'm trusting you to take care of these 5 bags of gold.
Me?
Absolutely.
You want me to be in charge of these 5 bags of gold?
I'm trusting you to take good care of them.
Thank you.
Patricia!
Yes, the boss?
I'm going on a long journey, and I'm putting you in charge of these 2 bags of gold.
Me?
Exactly.
You want me to be in charge of these 2 bags of gold? Your fortune? Your wealth?
I trust you to take good care of them.
Yes! Of course.
Blanche!
Yes! Yes, boss!
I'm going on a long journey, and I want you...
Yes?
...to be...
Yes.
...in charge
Yes!
In charge of this 1 bag of gold.
Me?
Yes. I trust you to take good care of it. And now, I'm off!
What am I supposed to do with this?
Time passed, and the boss came back from her long journey.
Let's see what happened to my fortune. Sonia!
The boss? You left me in charge of these 5 bags of gold.
And?
And I took it and turned it into these 5 bags.
That's amazing! You've been faithful with a few things. I'll put you in charge of many things. Share in my happiness. Thank you. Thank you. Patricia!
Boss, you trusted me with 2 bags of gold, and I turned it into 2 more bags of gold.
You've been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Yes! Come, share in my happiness.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is so good. Blanche! Blanche?
Hey, the boss. And you're pretty, you're tough, so I was scared of this responsibility, so I took your gold and I buried it in the dirt. I kept it safe. So, here's your 1 bag of gold.
You knew I was tough, and you did nothing with my money. But you could have put it in a bank. At least you just let it sit there in the ground doing nothing. Yeah. Sonia! Yes. Here. You're in charge of this bag of gold, too. Yeah. What are you doing?
Dancing.
You could have shared in my happiness, but you chose not to do anything with what you were given. You missed out. Outside. Go. Keep going. Further.
Is this far enough?
Further.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity.
Patricia! Let's party!
The end.
Great story, Kellen.
Yeah, I learned a lot. Like, maybe I shouldn't have buried that bag of bicentennial quarters my Aunt Matilda gave me.
Maybe not. But remember, a parable is more than just a story. There's a deeper meaning.
So it's not just about burying money?
No. I think the story teaches us that God has given us so much. Now, maybe he hasn't given us money or bags of gold, but he has given us talent and creativity and energy and strength. And we can use what God has given us to tell others about him or to show God's love. We shouldn't keep the gifts God has given us to ourselves. They're meant to be shared.
That's great. Thanks, Kellen.
No doubt. I'll see you guys later.
Later.
Bye, Kellen.
Great story.
Yeah, and it helped us learn another rule of life. Make the most of what you've been given.
That's a good rule.
Sure is. Hey, will you call me the boss?
Absolutely not.
Okay, then. Reveal the question!
How can you use what you've been given?
Right, because we've all been given something.
Talent, intelligence, love.
This shovel, bags of bicentennial quarters.
That too. Talk about it with each other. How can you use what you've been given? And we'll see you next time on The So-and-So Show! Got it. Do it.
Angle so you guys at home can see it.
Do it. That's not 20.
I got him!
That's like 10.
I got him!
Me too!
I'm gonna catch yours, you catch my...
Okay.
I can't even put it on my arm.
So I'm gonna go that way, you go this way.
I'm gonna go to my right, your left.
Okay.
And you go to your north-southwest degrees.
Okay.
And go 1, 2, 3. Did you get it? Wow.
So thanks for joining us again for another week of English Christian Church, Cross Street. I can't wait to see you next week.